So if you have been in a long-term relationship, because we've all been, a lot of women are single because they've been in long-term relationships that did not end in marriage, right? At the end of the day, when you look at them women, you're not looking at them and you're not listening to their story. All you know is that broke up and y'all was together for 15 years. So what? He didn't marry you. You single. When you put on that checklist, you single. And if you got a kid by him, guess what you are? A single mom. On that checklist, you going into them numbers as a person your kids was born out of wedlock. So what's the difference?
I know that's the what everybody say in this space. I'm gonna keep it real. If you told me you was with your man for 15 years, y'all had one kid and y'all broke up, I don't think I'll hold it. That's me personally. I understand the space gonna hold it against you, but me personally, I'd be like, all right, because what I'd be looking for more than anything was a long term.
Right, but
would her dating value still be the same regardless?
In the space, no.
But Marcus,
yeah, the end result is still the same.
But mistaken, wait a minute. His rebuttal was why you don't got a ring. But he ain't even put a ring on a chick he been with for 15 years. So why she gotta have a ring, but your woman ain't even got a ring?
That's true.
Now I'm saying here, you say, because his exact words was, why you not a wife? You ain't got no ring. You ain't got a ring. She ain't got a ring. If a ring is what solidifies the fact that y'all in a relationship like he's stating, then if his girl ain't even solid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how do you use
me? I think the opposite, the reverse, from what you were saying. If she was in a relationship for 2 years and not having a ring versus being in a relationship with a man for 15 years and not have a ring, to me, I think the 15-year relationship without a ring is worse than the 2-year relationship without the ring.
I'm talking about for if I was, because we assuming that the relationship ended, right? And that she's dating again, specifically just for me. I understand everybody in the space say if you wasn't a wife and you had a kid, then that's not my specific metric for myself. In that scenario, if you was in a long-term relationship, it would have been better for me than say you got married after a year and then you kept having short relationships and got married and had a 1-year marriage and then got divorced. Because it wouldn't be so much for me that you got married and he qualified you as a wife. For me, and I gotta emphasize for me specifically, the thing that I would be more concerned with was you was able to work with somebody for a long period of time. That would be something different.
Right, but it's not.
But the woman that was married in that same long period of time would be in a better position.
Right, but the thing about it was this entire conversation is about him. He's sitting here dogging women for not doing the same thing that he's technically doing to his woman. She ain't a wife. You understand what I'm saying? He's saying it. We're not talking about you. We understand what you're thinking and everybody else is thinking. We talk about you're on a platform talking about women not being wives, but you got a woman at home for 15 years and she not a wife.
Can you replay the clip? Because I'm missing something here. Something is not connected.
Nigga gonna fuck you if you got a Michael Kors bag or if you got a Birkin. A nigga's gonna fuck you if you're in a Honda or if you're in a Bentley. Those are not things being put forth by men as requirements. That's y'all competing with each other.
I don't think you're being honest. Men are attracted to a woman that's
niggas are fuck that. Why them girls not white? All of these girls that they look for on TV, none of them ever got a fucking ring. Everybody trying to emulate and who everybody trying to be. None of them got a stable household. None of them got families with kids and a man, and they out in Dubai as a couple. These same chicks that everybody trying to be in Dubai by their motherfucking self with the sheiks get pissing on them for 25 grand.
Okay, yeah, I think you took that out of context.
No, because he says this all the time. You know that man get on people about being a wife all the time.
I never heard him because I only seen him on Joe Budden's podcast. I ain't even ever seen the other podcast. But the reason I say I think it was taken out of context is.
But so the only part I understand what he said about the Birkin bag. I agree with that.
No, not that part. Not that part.
The stuff about being alone, I agree with
being
that.
alone. That's the part.
He should have never mentioned wife. Put wife on a pedestal because he has a woman and he hasn't even wiped her. You understand what I'm saying? So we didn't even know who he was. We just met this woman on the street. She, by law, is a single woman. If she got kids by him, she is a single mother. And she contributes to the 70% of kids who are born out of wedlock.
This is true. But I think the purpose of what he was saying was it's a difference between what men are attracted to
I know that.
versus what, and that's the purpose of the video. What he was saying is that, hey, these
Yo,
attractive women that,
that's
hey,
not
because
my argument. That was
I
okay.
know that's not
I
your
don't want you.
argument.
I don't want you to go by the video. That's not what I'm saying. I'm going by.
Why bring up the video?
We were mistaken was talking about how people be in the chat. The only reason I brought that up is Mistaken was talking about how people be in the chat and they like to bring you down, right? And so that's when I came back and it had nothing to do. I didn't want to go all the way into the video. So sorry. Let me go
Gotcha.
back to the woman.
I start looking at the pictures to figure out because I never seen it. I just know I heard you say he was dating right there.
What are you talking about? The girl?
Me and Joe Buttons like the same type of shape because I just when I typed in ish from Joe Buttons, all
That's
the
his
girls
name?
ish from Joe Buttons. That's how I know him. And when I typed it in for his girlfriend, all Joe Budden's ex girlfriends came up, and they would have called all of them fat, but they always bodied up as far as I'm concerned. We all see Joe Budden's exes, but we got the same taste as far as yeah.
No, so he said, look, it is a reason. And the reason why I say that is because I think that you guys think so when you guys put people in a box, right? And you talk about, oh, she's single. It doesn't matter if she has a boyfriend or not. Most of the time, y'all don't even know if the girl got a man or not. You know what I'm saying? All you know is she is not married. When we're talking on these platforms and a woman come up, that woman can have a man who live with her. All y'all be like, are you single? Are you a single mama? Y'all don't even care about none of that. Y'all put her in a category and be like to go, right? For the most part. But what I'm saying is there are podcasters who are putting women in the same situation that they like to talk about. You understand? And that's all I'm saying. You're contradicting yourself because you sit here and say, oh, these women, da 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 da. But meanwhile, you got a woman at home that you're doing the exact same thing to that you claim you love.
I mean, I think you have a valid point, but I also think that a person who isn't doing what you're saying should be done can also point out issues too. So if you see a person that is fat, right? Like me.
Mm-hmm.
So say for instance, I advocate that people try to just make working out a lifestyle. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you can watch TV every day, you can play video games every day, you can do something in moderation consistently, to add to your lifestyle, right? And they'd be like, well, what does the fat guy know because he's fat? I said, well, the fat guy has experience and he's looked at other people and looked at other people's results and learned from these people and said, hey, listen, I might not have these particular results, but I can still call a spade, and I can still point out wisdom and stuff like that that I've seen other people, kind of point out to folks. So, I agree. You have a better chance of people wanting to listen to you when you are the thing that you're advocating for. But the
I,
facts are still the facts.